亲爱的朋友们，大家好，我是主持人肖峰，欢迎您准时收看和收听环球聚焦的节目。今天我们为大家邀请一位，他是第22选区的参议员 Susan Rubio。今天我们邀请他来呢，为我们华人社区的一些关注的问题，因为他的选区大部分的涵盖了我们华人主要居住的城市，包括 San Gabriel、Alhambra、Arcadia， 甚至包括我们越东部的一些城市。Baldwin Park, West Covina 都在他的选区之内。First of all, and welcome the Senator to be my guest.
Thank you. It's really an honor to be here with you and your community. Really eager to talk to all my constituents and make sure that they get to know me well. Thank you.
Actually, before I talk to you, I'm really glad to know it's very special in your district because 32% are Asian.
Yes.
And I can see the map. I say, wow, most of the Chinese people live in the city. They all covered.
Yes.
Actually, Chinese community, it's a long time, they have some concern for, currently they have a lot of problem. First problem is they talk about marijuana. Marijuana is legalized in the 2016 by California people voting actually to be the law, and we understand. But the problem is people realize that thing. One of people vote for yes, and he told me, they say, I didn't realize there's a lot of problem because they realize if the marijuana in there's a city, they could have a lot of problem. My question is, first of all, that's a law. This is legalized.
Yeah.
People can do business for the marijuana legally. But most people, not for everyone, they hate it. How do you balance this?
Yeah, it's a very passionate issue for a lot of our community. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that people don't like it, and unfortunately, they voted for it. And so now our job is to figure out how to solve the problems. It is very new. Unfortunately, we were not anticipating all the problems that it was going to cause. And so personally, I've done a great job of sitting down with different community groups, and they've expressed some of their concerns. And we talk about some of the issues that they're afraid of. And I think ultimately, whether you're Hispanic, Chinese, Caucasian, we're all concerned with one thing, and that's the safety of our families, making sure that our streets are safe, our communities are safe. And so it is a big issue that we need to tackle. But one of the things that I did tell our community group members is this is where civic engagement matters, because ultimately, even within a community, whether it's Temple City, Amani, Rosemead, the community has the ability to elect their local leaders based on their vote. And I think this is where some of our community members forget that participation is important. And so I tell them this is where you get to express your voice. You have the opportunity every election to select people that are going to be voting for your interests, for your family. And so I always advocate, get involved, go to your council meetings, express your concerns, and make sure that they hear you.
Actually, that's people just try to do something to reverse this this decision, but somehow this illegal is illegal. But my question is actually that people concern is that a possible whatever is from local city on from Sacramento, they have a new on more some guideline for marijuana business. Would that be possible?
Well, absolutely, and I think moving forward, it's absolutely necessary to have groups that are going to explore how to solve the problems. Again, it's a very new industry. It's something we've never had before. And so we need to be very mindful and thoughtful of how we solve these problems. Again, just this year, we're starting to see a couple of cities suing each other, and that's going to impact the way our communities are perceived. Unfortunately, it's a local issue, and what that means is council members vote on these issues, and only the residents have the ability to change or affect change. And so again, it's something that I'm very aware of, and I continue to have conversations with all the residents that are concerned, and I'm here to try and support them in any way I can.
Yeah, actually, this issue is more make people more concerned. It's a long time, not a long time ago in Canada, in Toronto. They they have a party for the marijuana legalization. 500 people on the street. Wow. Make people really nervous. Is something going to happen in my city? There's a lot of people concerned. Actually, fortunately, and right now only one city, they passed for a lot marijuana business going on. But most of city, I talk about West Covina, is a city of a council. They say, we like to do that, but we want to see another city, house business going on. They can cause more problem and can get more city of finance support. I understand a lot of cities, they have a deficit. They need a business income. And for their city of council, they think about the whole city. I understand. But the thing is, for marijuana specifically, for the school, for the children. In our high school, middle school, even high school, is marijuana. This old problem. When your business is legalized, people really worry about it. They're going to make it worse. What do you think? I know you work on the education school a long time.
Absolutely. Well, and I heard you say right now that a lot of cities are moving forward because of the income, the revenue, but I certainly don't think that income should ever, sacrifice the public safety. And so, West Covina has the right idea, waiting to see what happens in other communities to see how we can move forward. And so I commend them for taking a pause. It's something that's going to be really important to a community, as you see in El Monte, Temple City, and they're having some issues. So it's something that we have to be thoughtful about. So I am very focused on talking to my colleagues up in Sacramento, making sure that we listen to the voice of the people. And if nothing else, that we put legislation in place that will make sure that some of these things that are happening right now get taken care of. If not locally, then we have to figure out a way to support them in Sacramento.
And also, people concerned is for our children also, they worry about crime rate. Because actually, San Gabriel Valley, this area, seems people is very mellow. Not that much thing happen, but people really worry about it. No, it's going to be someone, they want marijuana, they don't have money, they made robbery, they be stealing, that kind of thing, they worry about it. Is there be any possible and marijuana business and the police department, they can have some sort of work together? Is that be possible, or we get some new guideline?
Well, that's really important. That's absolutely necessary. So I've been an advocate for public safety for a long time. When I ran for state senator, most of the local police associations endorsed me because I've been a staunch advocate of public safety. So right now, currently, I have a $1.2 million budget ask, particularly because our communities are struggling in terms of funding. And so my $1.2 million hopefully will go towards mitigating some of the issues that come up with the cannabis. I'm certainly advocating for funding to upgrade technology, cameras, cars, and whatever we can do to support local communities. So yes, I'm a strong believer in collaboration in terms of public safety and businesses.
Is there any possible, to actually, we know in the Sacramento for legislation, once they passed, it's hard to reverse. It's one decision. And people try to do that. I say, there's a bar, it's pretty high. Probably we cannot do it. But the thing is, for really, I know you are for the finance, for your budget, you know that's very well. And people really ask a question is, marijuana business legalized, that really can help cities, even counties, the finance the situation? Does that really help?
Well, again, it's a very new industry, so we've yet to see some of the benefits of the economic funding that comes into cities. But I definitely want to move forward in terms of finding solutions. Clearly, we've already seen a lot of issues come up, and so my job is to take it back to Sacramento and work with my colleagues. And even though the decision in terms of legalizing marijuana has already been done, it doesn't stop us from making sure laws pass to ensure that our community is safe. And we don't know what that looks like yet, but I'll they'll definitely be focusing on some legislation in the future to take care of some of the issues that are arising currently with the situation.
Yeah, we talk about marijuana is because of people concerning, a lot of concern, even the city of pollution, could be a business, some pollution, something. We don't know yet, just like you say, it's a new business. We don't have experience for before. But the problem is people start worry because around the specific city, the area, the housing price is a little bit, make people concerned. The buyer, they heard around close to you, there's a marijuana manufacturer there. They have the concern. Yes. They make of our real estate business is kind of trouble. Actually, this can lower county's income. Well, what do you think about that?
Well, and rightfully so. Every family has a right to be concerned, not only about what's around. As we know, property values sometimes depend on what's around you. People look at performing schools, how good are the schools, what kind of businesses are there, and so I understand that they're concerned, and it's something that I wish I can fix in one day, but I can't. But I'm certainly here to listen. I'm certainly here to try and work together with these community groups. As I mentioned, I've already been meeting with some of them, and so my job right now is to hear all the concerns so then I can move forward with information. I'm looking into getting research to make sure that when we do pass policies, that it's research-based. That means that we have data on how it's impacting local families, local communities, businesses. And so I really want to make sure that we do it the right way. We only get one chance to do it right, and so I'm currently working with some groups to try and see how I can support our communities.
Yeah, it's a community. It's kind of most of the city right now. They don't have a marijuana business yet because they want to see how's this city going. If the city going well, I believe some city going to follow. If the city really have a problem, they can cost more money. Maybe they make them hesitate on. They don't want to do it. But hopefully they can, whole city can be. I know marijuana is legalized, but you had to get approved by the city council. City council cannot say yes, you cannot do business. I understand that. I hopefully make each city they have a balance for the finance, business and safety and another issue. Yeah, 我们很高兴听到了我们的一个 senator 跟我们讲，其实他们也有很多措施，特别是防止毒品在学校的流行。时间关系，我们休息一下。